My name is Chris. I want to tell you a story from my school days. It is a simple story, but it stayed in my heart for a long time. Even now, when I remember it, I feel many things. I feel angry, I feel sad, but I also feel proud. I went to a small school in a quiet town. It was not a big school. Everyone knew everyone. Teachers knew our names. Students talked a lot. Sometimes it felt warm and friendly, but sometimes it felt hard. Very hard. I had a close friend. His name is Alex. He was not like other students. He was brave, he was honest. But life was not easy for him. When I first met Alex, things were already changing in his life. He told people that he was a boy. He asked us to call him Alex. He asked us to use he when we talk about him. I remember that day very clearly. He looked nervous. His hands were shaking a little. His voice was soft. I sat next to him and said, "Okay, Alex." I smiled. He looked at me and smiled back. It was a small smile, but it was real. From that day, we became very close. We ate lunch together. We walked home together. We talked about music, movies, and dreams. Alex loved drawing. He always had a small notebook. He drew people, trees, animals. His drawings were beautiful. I often said, "You are very good." He would laugh and say, "Not really." But I knew he was good. But school was not kind to him. Some students did not accept him. They talked behind his back. They laughed. They used the wrong name on purpose. They used the wrong words. It was painful to watch. It was painful to hear. And there was one boy. His name was Brian. Brian was loud. Brian liked attention. He was bigger than most of us. He had many friends, or maybe they just followed him. I never really knew, but one thing I knew was this. Brian was not kind. He did not just laugh at Alex. He said bad things, very bad things. He called him names. He spoke in a harsh voice. Sometimes he would say, "You are not real." Sometimes he would laugh and look at his friends. They would laugh too. I remember one day in the hallway. It was after class. Students were walking, talking, making noise. Alex and I were walking together. Brian saw us. He walked closer. Too close. He looked at Alex and said loudly, "Why are you pretending again?" Alex stopped walking. I stopped too. I felt my heart beat fast. I did not like this. I did not like it at all. Alex said nothing. He looked down. His face was quiet, but I could see pain in his eyes. I could see it clearly. Brian laughed. "Say something," he said. "Or you forgot who you are?" I wanted to say something. I wanted to shout. But I felt frozen. I felt small. I hated that feeling. I hated it so much. We walked away, slowly, quietly. After that, we sat outside on a bench. Alex did not speak for a long time. I did not speak either. The air felt heavy. Everything felt slow. Then he said, "I am tired." I looked at him. He looked so tired. Not just a little tired. Very tired. "I am tired of this," he said again. I did not know what to say. So I said something simple. "I am here," I said. "I am your friend." He nodded. "Thank you," he said softly. Days passed. Weeks passed. Things did not change. Brian kept acting the same way. Sometimes he ignored Alex. Sometimes he attacked him with words. It was never calm. It was never safe. I started to feel angry, very angry. I thought, Why is he like this? I thought, why does he think this is okay? I could not understand it. At home, I told my family a little. Not everything, but some things. My mom listened. My sister listened. They both looked sad. My mom said, "Some people are not kind, but you must stay kind." I nodded, but inside, I felt different. I did not feel kind. I felt angry. I felt hurt. I wanted something to change. One day, after school, Alex and I were sitting together again. He was drawing. I was watching. "Do you want to leave this school?" I asked. He stopped drawing. He looked at me. "Sometimes," he said, "but I can't. Not now." I understood. Life is not easy. We cannot always leave. Sometimes we must stay and be strong. "I wish people were better," I said. "Me too," he said. He smiled a little, but it was a tired smile. Time moved on. Slowly, but it moved. Then one day, something unexpected happened. I was not at school. It was the weekend. I was with my family. We went to a small bakery. It was a simple place. Warm smell, fresh bread, sweet cakes. I like that place. It feels calm. We walked inside. I looked at the counter. And then I saw him. Brian. He was standing behind the counter. He was wearing a work uniform. He looked different. Not like at school. He looked quiet. He looked normal. For a moment, I was surprised. Very surprised. I thought, what is he doing here? Then he looked at me. Our eyes met, and in that moment, many memories came back. The hallway, the laughter, the cruel words, Alex's tired face. My chest felt tight. My hands felt cold. Brian smiled a little, like nothing happened, like everything was normal. He opened his mouth to speak, and I stood there thinking. I felt something change inside me, something small but strong. I was not scared now. I was not frozen now. I was ready! That was the moment when everything started to change. Brian looked at me and smiled like we were old friends, like we shared good memories, like he had never said anything bad. It felt strange. It felt wrong. My heart was still beating fast, but now it was a different feeling. Not fear. Not this time. It was something else. I felt calm. I felt clear. He said, "Hey, Chris, how are you?" His voice was soft. Too soft. I did not like it. For a second, I said nothing. I just looked at him. I saw his face. I saw his eyes. I tried to understand him. I tried to see if he remembered, if he felt sorry, if he felt anything at all. But his face looked normal. Too normal. So I made a choice. I looked at him and said, "Sorry, do I know you?" He blinked, just once. His smile became smaller. Yeah," he said. "We go to the same school." I shook my head slowly. "I don't think so," I said. My voice was calm, very calm. My mom and my sister were standing next to me. I could feel them looking at me, but they said nothing. They stayed quiet. Brian laughed a little, a nervous laugh. "No, really," he said. "We have classes together. You remember me." I looked at him again, like I was trying to think. Then I said, "I'm sorry, I don't remember you." Inside, I felt something strange. I felt strong. I felt in control. It was a new feeling. Brian moved his hands a little. He looked uncomfortable now. "I'm Brian," he said. "From school." I tilted my head. I said softly. "No. I don't think I know you." There was a small silence. It felt long, very long. Behind me, I heard a small sound. My sister was trying not to laugh. My mom made a quiet cough, like she was hiding a smile. Brian looked around for a second, like he wanted help, but no one helped him. He looked back at me. "That's weird," he said. "We talked before." I gave a small, polite smile. "I'm sorry," I said again. "Maybe you're thinking of someone else." I knew he was not thinking of someone else. I knew he remembered everything, just like me. But now I was in control of the moment. He was not. Brian nodded slowly. "Yeah." "Maybe," he said. His voice was not strong anymore. I looked at the menu behind him. "Can I have a chocolate muffin, please?" I asked. He turned quickly. "Oh, yeah, sure." He took the muffin and put it in a small paper bag. His hands were not steady, I could see that. He was nervous now, not loud, not proud, just nervous. He gave me the muffin. I gave him the money. Our hands touched for a second. He pulled his hand back quickly. "Thanks," I said. "Yeah, no problem," he replied. I took the bag and turned away. My mom and my sister followed me. We walked out of the bakery. When we were outside, my sister started laughing, loudly. She could not stop. "Oh my God," she said. "That was so funny." My mom smiled at me. "Who was that?" she asked. I looked back at the bakery door for a moment. Then I said, "Just someone from school." "Someone you don't know?" my sister said, still laughing. I smiled a little. "Yeah," I said, "someone I don't know." But inside, I knew the truth. I knew exactly who he was. And I knew why I did that. We walked to the car. I sat down and looked at the muffin in my hand. I did not eat it right away, I just held it. My heart was still beating fast. But I was not scared. I was not angry like before. I felt light. It was a strange feeling, new but good. My sister looked at me again. "Tell us the truth," she said. "Who was he really?" I took a deep breath. "He is a boy from school," I said slowly. "He is not kind." My mom's smile faded a little. "What do you mean?" I looked out the window. I thought about Alex. I thought about the hallway, the words, the pain. "He hurts my friend," I said quietly. There was silence in Sakar. No one spoke for a few seconds. My mom nodded slowly. "I see," she said. My sister stopped laughing. "That's not funny," she said softly. "No," I said. "It's not." We drove home. The road was quiet. I looked outside and watched the trees pass by. My mind was full of thoughts. Did I do the right thing? I asked myself that question again and again. Part of me said yes. Part of me said maybe. But one thing was clear. I did not feel weak anymore. At school, I always felt small when Brian spoke. I felt quiet. I felt frozen. But today was different. Today, he felt small. I remembered his face, the confusion, the silence, the way he did not know what to say. It was not loud revenge. It was not angry revenge. It was quiet, very quiet. And maybe that made it stronger? The next day, I saw Alex at school. He was sitting on the bench, drawing again, like always. I walked to him and sat down. "Hey," I said. "Hey," he replied without looking up. "How was your weekend?" I smiled a little. "Interesting," I said. He looked at me. "What happened?" I thought for a moment. Then I told him the story. Not too fast, not too slow. I told him everything. When I finished, Alex was quiet. Then he laughed. Not a loud laugh, but a real one. "That's actually funny," he said. I smiled. "Yeah?" "Yeah," he said. "You acted like he was nobody." I nodded. "Because that's what he is to me now," I said. Alex looked at me for a moment. His eyes were softer now, lighter. "Thank you," he said. I shook my head. "I didn't do much," I said. "You did," he replied. "You showed him something." I thought about that. Maybe I did. Maybe I showed him how it feels to be ignored, to be small, to be nothing. The bell rang. Students started to move again. Noise filled the air. But something felt different. Not outside, inside. Inside me, inside Alex. And maybe, just maybe, inside Brian too. But the story was not over. Not yet. The next few days at school felt different. Not outside. Everything looked the same. Same classrooms, same noise, same students. But inside, something had changed. I could feel it. I could feel it in my chest. I walked into school on Monday morning. My steps were slow but steady. I looked around. I saw students talking, laughing, running. Normal things, simple things. Then I saw Brian. He was standing near his friends, like always. But something was not the same. He was quieter. He was not laughing loudly. He was not pushing people or calling out names. He saw me. Our eyes met again. For a second, I thought he would smile, or wave, or say something like before. But he didn't. He looked away. He looked away first. I felt a small shock inside me. It was a quiet moment, but it felt big. Very big. I kept walking. I did not stop. I did not speak. I just walked past him like he was not there, just like I did in the bakery. My heart beat a little faster, but I also felt calm. I felt strong again. I found Alex near the classroom. He was sitting on the floor, his back against the wall. His notebook was in his hands. He was drawing again. "Hey," I said. "Hey," he answered, smiling a little. I sat next to him. "I saw him," I said quietly. Alex stopped drawing. "Brian?" I nodded. "Yeah." "What did he do?" Alex asked. "Nothing," I said. Alex looked surprised. "Nothing?" "He looked at me," I said. "Then he looked away?" Alex blinked. He did not speak for a moment. Then he smiled. A real smile this time. That's new, he said. Yeah, I replied. Very new. We sat in silence for a little while. It was a soft silence, not heavy like before, not painful. I think he feels something now, I said. Like what? Alex asked. I thought for a moment. Maybe shame, I said slowly. Or maybe confusion. Alex nodded. Good, he said quietly. I looked at him. His face was calm, but I could still see old pain inside him. Pain does not go away fast. It stays, it hides, it comes back. I wish things were easier for you, I said. Alex shrugged a little. Me too, he said. But I am okay. I looked at him again. Are you really okay? I asked. He took a deep breath. Some days yes, he said. Some days no. I nodded. That's fair, I said. We went to class. The teacher started talking. Students opened books. The day moved forward. But I kept thinking. I kept thinking about Brian, about the bakery, about that moment, one small moment. But it changed something. Later that day, something else happened. I was walking to my next class. The hallway was busy. Students were moving fast. I was alone this time. Alex went another way. Then I heard a voice. Chris! I stopped. I turned around slowly. It was Brian. He was standing a few steps behind me. No friends, no loud voice, just him. My body felt tight for a second. Old feelings came back, old memories. The hallway, the words, the laughter. But I stayed calm. Yes, I said. He looked at the floor, then at me, then at the floor again. About the other day, he started. I waited. He moved his hands a little. At the bakery, he said. You really didn't know me? I looked at him. I saw his face clearly now. He looked unsure, not strong, not proud, just unsure. I could answer in many ways. I could tell the truth. I could say, yes, I know you. I could say, I remember everything. Or I could stay quiet. Or I could do the same thing again. I took a small breath. Then I said, I think you are from school, right? He nodded quickly. Yeah, that's right. I gave a small, polite smile. Okay, I said. Nice to meet you. Brian. I said his name slowly, like it was new, like I was learning it for the first time. His face changed, just a little, but I saw it. Oh, he said. Yeah, nice to meet you too. There was silence again. He did not know what to say next. I did not help him. After a few seconds, I said, I have to go to class. Yeah, he said quickly. Me too. We walked in different directions. My heart was beating again, but not from fear, from something else. Power, not bad power, not mean power, just control. That night, I thought a lot. Was I being too cold? Was I becoming like him? I did not want to be like him. I did not want to hurt people. But I also did not want to forget. I could not forget Alex's face, his quiet voice, his words. I am tired. No, I could not forget that. The next few days, Brian stayed quiet. He did not talk to Alex. He did not laugh at him. He did not say bad things. Sometimes he looked at us, but he never came close. Alex noticed it too. He stopped. Alex said one afternoon. Yeah, I said. Do you think it will last? He asked. I thought for a moment. I don't know, I said honestly. Alex nodded. I hope so. Me too, I said. Time passed again. Days turned into weeks. Things stayed calm. No more loud words. No more cruel jokes. No more attacks. It felt strange, like a storm that suddenly stopped. But deep inside, I still had questions. Did Brian really change? Or was he just quiet for now? And what would happen next? I did not have the answers yet, but I knew one thing. The story was not finished. Not yet. Time moved on slowly. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. School life stayed the same on the outside, but inside, things were different. Very different. Brian did not bully Alex anymore. Not once. Not a single time. At first, I did not trust it. I thought, maybe he will start again. I thought, maybe this is only for a short time. I was careful. I watched him. I waited. But nothing happened. Brian stayed quiet. He stayed away from us. When he saw Alex, he did not laugh. He did not speak. He just looked down or walked another way. Alex noticed it too. One day, we were sitting outside again, on the same old bench. He really stopped, Alex said. Yeah, I replied. Alex looked at his notebook. He was not drawing this time. He was just holding his pen. I feel lighter, he said slowly. I smiled a little. That's good. I still remember everything, he added. I still feel it sometimes. I know, I said softly. But it's not every day now, he said. Before, it was every day, every single day. I nodded. I understood. Pain does not disappear fast. It comes back. It stays in small pieces. But now, those pieces were smaller. That mattered. Weeks later, something unexpected happened again. I was staying late after school. I had some work to finish. The classroom was quiet, almost empty. When I walked out into the hallway, I saw someone sitting near the lockers. It was Brian. He was alone. He was not looking at his phone. He was not talking. He was just sitting there, looking tired, very tired. I stopped for a second. I thought, should I walk away? But my feet did not move. He looked up and saw me. We stayed like that for a moment, quiet, still. Then he stood up slowly. Chris, he said. His voice was not loud. It was not proud. It was soft. Careful. Yes, I answered. He looked nervous. I could see it in his eyes, in his hands. I want to say something, he said. I said nothing. I just waited. He took a deep breath. I was not nice before, he said. That was a small sentence. Very simple, but it felt heavy. I know, I said. He nodded. I said bad things, he continued. To your friend. I stayed quiet. I thought it was funny, he said. I thought it made me strong. He looked down at the floor. But it didn't, he added. It just made me bad. There was silence again. I listened. I did not stop him. I saw you at the bakery, he said. You acted like I was nothing. I looked at him. Yes, I said. He gave a small, sad smile. It felt strange, he said. I didn't like it. I know, I replied. He nodded again. I think I understand now. Just a little. I crossed my arms. Not in anger, just thinking. Why are you telling me this? I asked. He looked at me, then away again. Because I'm sorry, he said. The words were simple, but they were real. I'm sorry for what I did, he repeated. I watched him carefully. I tried to see if he was honest. His face was not fake. His voice was not strong. It was soft, almost weak. I can't change the past, he said, but I want to be better. I took a slow breath. This was not easy. Part of me still felt angry. Part of me still remembered everything. But another part of me saw something new. A change, a small change, but real. I thought about Alex. I thought about his pain, his tired voice. This was not only about me. Have you said sorry to Alex? I asked. Brian shook his head. No, he said. I don't know how. I nodded slowly. Then start there, I said. He looked at me. Do you think he will listen? I don't know, I answered honestly, but you should try. He nodded. Okay, he said. We stood there for a moment, quiet again. Then he said, and I'm sorry to you too. I looked at him. Thank you, I said. I did not say more. I did not smile big. I did not shake his hand. But I said, thank you. And that was enough for now. The next day, I told Alex everything. He listened carefully. He did not speak until I finished. Then he took a deep breath. I don't know if I can forgive him, he said. That's okay, I replied. But I want to hear him, he added. I nodded. That's fair. Later that week, Brian walked up to Alex. I stayed a little far away. I did not want to stand too close. This was their moment. They talked for a few minutes. I could not hear everything, but I saw their faces. Brian looked nervous. Alex looked serious. Then, after a while, Alex nodded. Just once. It was a small action, but it meant something. After that day, things were not perfect, but they were better, much better. Brian did not become our friend. We did not sit together. We did not laugh together. But he changed how he acted. He was quiet. He was respectful, and that was enough. One afternoon, Alex and I sat on our bench again. I feel stronger now, he said. I smiled. You are strong, I replied. He laughed softly. Maybe, he said. We sat in the sun. The air was warm. Everything felt calm. I thought about everything that happened. The pain, the silence, the bakery, the choice I made. I learned something important. Revenge does not always mean shouting or fighting. Sometimes it is quiet. Sometimes it is simple. Sometimes it is just showing someone how their actions feel. And sometimes people can change. Not always, but sometimes. And that matters. Moral lesson: be kind even when others are not. Stand strong even when you feel small. Your actions can teach others. And sometimes, quiet actions are the strongest of all.